Nice. I love to see some health ingredients in the pre-workout. What's happening, guys? Hope your day is going well. Today we're going to review Nitro Surge by Jack Factory. Nitro Surge Max. There it is. They sent me both two flavors. Their cherry bomb and their blueberry. So we're going to go over the ingredients so you know what you're putting in your body, and we'll go over the effects on this bad boy. And flavors, getting it out of the way, both flavors were delicious. If flavors matter to you, you're going to have no problem with those two flavors. So put an ingredient profile right in front of me. We have serving size 1 scoop is 9.6 grams and 2 scoops is 19.2 grams. And just so you know, one flat level pack scoop, flat level in it with your finger, not with the side of the bottle here, is about 10.3 grams. So it's a little bit over, but it's not a Stem Junkie Pre. I did it both ways. I took this 3 times. I took it exact 2 times, and then I did just basically a flat level scoop twice with my finger, and I noticed no difference. So it didn't affect me in the central nervous system anyway. So if you don't have a scale, no need. But if you have a scale, you want to be exact, throw it on a scale. Then we have calories at 5 grams. We're going to go off 2 scoops, of course. Carbohydrates plus or minus 1 gram. Then we got the L-citrulline at 9 grams. Talk about bodybuilding pre. Just screaming it right there. 9 grams of L-citrulline. So this is for vasodilation and pumps. Nutrient delivery, energy production, because that oxygen and nutrient delivery to the muscle cells is going to help with ATP production, and also has some ammonia regulation in it as well. Then we have betaine anhydrous at 2.5 grams. This is for some cell hydration. This is an osmolyte and methyl donor, so it helps on an enzymatic level internally in the body with a lot of processes. This also helps with hydration, so it's going to help with the power output in the gym, and it's going to help with endurance in the gym as well. Then we have LTyrosine at 2 grams, getting dark. 2 grams, and that's going to be a precursor to dopamine and norepinephrine and epinephrine. This helps with cognitive function, focus, and mood, and also helps under stressful situations. The military actually uses L-tyrosine, or has in some studies, to handle stress out in the field. So this helps if you're putting your mind and your body under stress to continue having a clear head and cognitive function and focus. Then we have New Level at 1,600 milligrams. This is an awesome ingredient. So I think it's Nutrition 21 makes this ingredient. They also make NITROSURGE. And the difference between the two is New Level has about 100 milligrams of inositol in it, and the benefits with inositol. So first, both these ingredients are going to help with vasodilation, pumps, oxygen delivery. They help with the integrity of the cells and the flexibility as well. So they're both healthy ingredients all in all. But the inositol, if you look up inositol, if you're a diabetic or someone who has insulin resistance, you really need to look into inositol. This is the body produces it, and it's a second messenger to a lot of different functions in the body. We'll just focus on 2 right now. So it's a second messenger to insulin. So it actually helps. If you take inositol daily, it will help with insulin sensitivity, and over a period of time it could cure your insulin resistance. And one big benefit for a pre-workout like this, as far as the nootropic wise, is it's a second messenger to serotonin, and it sensitizes, not desensitizes, it sensitizes dopamine receptors and serotonin receptors, which is fantastic for that mental kick. Also increases insulin production and sensitivity within the brain. So as a type 1 diabetic, my brain isn't firing sometimes, depending on my sugar levels are. And sometimes I get kind of whacked out and tired because sugars are all irregular, because insulin is super important for neurotransmission in the brain. So having proper function and balance of insulin sensitivity throughout the whole body is just a wham bam healthy ingredient in itself. So I love to see a product like that. It's one of my favorite pump ingredients, both NITROSURGE and New Level. Enough said. I can go on and on. I try to keep it short. Then we got Pure Calf at 350 milligrams. So why people like Pure Calf, which is a pure form of caffeine from green coffee bean, better than caffeine anhydrous? The reason is because caffeine anhydrous is supposed to be pure, 99.5% pure, with 0.5% is left over, and that could be residues and solvents from the processing of the caffeine anhydrous. And with Pure Calf, it's 96.5% pure caffeine, and the leftover is polyphenols. So you don't have to worry about residues and solvents or any kind of toxins that might be in the ingredient itself. So that's the benefit with Pure Calf on a health level. And also it hits smoother. So I do notice a difference in the way it hits compared to caffeine and hydrous. It's a smoother, little bit longer hit. Then we have alpha size is alpha GPC at 300 milligrams. This is a precursor to acetylcholine, so it's a choline source. It's able to cross the blood-brain barrier, which is going to help with mood, cognitive function, focus, and dialed in concentration. It also has some benefits in the cerebral cortex for touch and behavior. Fantastic ingredient. It's one of my favorite, and a lot of guys out there that review one of our favorite nootropic ingredients to have in a pre-workout. Then we have LTP at 150 milligrams. It's dark in here now. Sorry about that. So this is a ancient peat and apple extract, and this is known to have over 70 different elements inside of it. And the elements consist of carbon, magnesium, nitrogen, oxygen. Wait, opening a memory door. Sulfur, which play important roles in NAD production, which is energy production in the body, and ATP production. So it's a fantastic ingredient, another healthy ingredient inside of a pre-workout. They have L-theanine at 100 milligrams. You love it or you hate it. Now this is a dial down alpha wave brain hitter. So this dials the brain down. So it is an NMDA receptor agonist. And NMDA receptors produce glutamate, which is the excitability neurotransmitter in the brain. So it slows down the production of glutamate in the brain. It also has some benefits increasing GABA. So that's why you see it in sleep formulas, which is another ingredient that is going to slow down the firing in the brain. Now, it doesn't mean that your concentration numbs, but the slowing of it does. And coupled with certain ingredients in certain formulas, it works very well because it takes an energy and a concentration type situation to where it can actually energize your brain and give you really good concentration with dialed back, so you're not stuttering, you're not skipping, you can really focus clear-headed on situations and tasks. So it does have some benefits to it. Like I said, you either love it or you hate it. If you don't do well with L-theanine, you probably want to stay away from it, but I'll let you guys know how this one hits. Then we have Estrogen at 50 milligrams. This is to bring it all together, ingredient and digestion. It also has some gut health benefits, mostly for inflammation in the gut, which is super important to control. Then we have Heparin A at 250 micrograms. I think that's what it says right there. This is an ingredient that blocks an enzyme that degrades acetylcholine within the body. And so what that's going to do is this is going to keep acetylcholine, the alpha GPC hit, up a little bit higher, not really higher, but a little bit longer to function on cognitive function, focus, and energy production, because it also helps. Choline sources help with energy production and contractions in the gym. So moving on, Nitro Surge by Jack Factory, Nitro Surge Max. How did it do? You're going to take the scoop. Nothing happens for about 25 minutes. So no beta-alanine in this thing. So you're not going to get any itching, scratching, tingling, or anything like that. 25 minutes, the energy and focus pop in. And they build up to about 50, 55 minutes, and that's when they pretty much peak. Energy is in about an hour and a half of this underlined. It's not crazy. It's an underlined physical energy. Got a little physical backbone to it. And the reason for that is it's 350 milligrams. So that alone, without other ingredients, usually gets people just kind of like moving. You know, this doesn't, it gets you moving, but you're dialed back. And that's because of you got the anti-anxiety from the inositol and the new level that's hitting you. You got anti-anxiety. You have low heartbeat and low blood pressure from the L-theanine. So it kind of keeps you normal internally, so you don't overreact, so you don't get a lot of anxiousness from this, but it's sustainable. I knocked out the 36 sets in 45 minutes in the sucker. And main reason for that is because of the way the nootropic hits on this, the cognitive function and focus. I'll get into that. So when you come off of this, you got that physical backbone about an hour and a half, and then it kind of just tapers down like caffeine will, and it lasts with you for, you know, kind of in the background for a couple hours, but nothing intense, just kind of keeps you awake. When the nootropic formula hits, this has a very unique hit to it. Now, inositol in the new level is going to spike or it's going to hit serotonin and it's going to hit dopamine. And you feel the serotonin hit in this thing because it's a different type of mood. This also allows you to dial. You have this dialed in focus on this thing that is unbreakable when you're training. So when you get your mindset on this and you're training, you are just dialed into what you're doing. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be listening to music. You could switch to talking to someone. You could switch to reading something on your phone. But you always are able to tone in and dial into your training. You want to get it done. You're willing. It's got a nice little mood, which is a productive mood and a nice well-being kick to it. And the brain hit is this beta brainwave hit with an alpha brainwave backbone. So your brain is really productive. The whole time of training, the first time I took this, I actually came home tired. Cognitively, I was tired because my brain was just functioning and firing all day. And I wanted to do everything and anything brain-wise. Like I was listening to stuff, I was reading stuff, I was trying to concentrate, trying to absorb things. I was digging deep into biological functions in a body for ingredients. And I came home tired. So this actually activates this really nice, clear-headed perception and focus of your task at hand and what you're doing, especially with that L-theanine, how L-theanine actually slows down your response time to visual distractions. So one good thing about L-theanine is it makes you not want to be distracted by other things. That's what dials you in L-theanine products for like nootropics and some kind of sleep formulas to like set you down, close your brain down. You don't worry about anything that's going on around you. So nice little nootropic hit. They did a really good job. Feel good, very productive. Energy coupled very, very well with it. Pumps, nice tight pumps. So no cell swelling on this, but the pumps are tight and they last for a long time. I mean, I was 2 hours after training, still feeling it. I'm about 6 hours after training and I'm still feeling the pump going on. And if you're veiny already, you're going to get some nice veins popping out. If you're doing some bicep curls and some pump products make you veiny, this one's definitely going to make you veiny. So they did a really good job on the pump ingredients on this. Anything else I can tell you about this before I get off and eat dinner? No, focus, energy, and pumps. I hope the review was good for you guys. Hope it gave you enough information to go off on this, but you know, you can leave a comment down below if you guys have any questions. You know I'm going to answer you back. So, Nitro Surge Max by Jack Factory. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. I'm going to get on the rest of my day. I'll see you next time on the channel.